Hey, we're back. Nope, that was muted. Okay, we're back. I'm pressing buttons, all types of real good over here. We're going to Proxima Station. We got TvZ. Now, this is going to be cool. I don't know. We haven't spoken to Game Time. Like, we don't give player hints, right? Does he know that this is mech? I hope he does. And if he does he respond to it correctly? Because we've seen several incorrect ways to play against mech, I guess we'll say.
Yeah. Some incorrect ways, some good ways.
Either way, it's just worth noting that today, at least, this is the first time they're fighting each other. So they have not played against each other in the tournament so far today.
Right. I think it's been noted that Awers is a mech player by enough people. Shouldn't be a surprise.
I like to think there's like a little like notepad. They just have like his name written on there with
noted,
mech, all caps, but scratched out with the pen because you're just so mad at it.
I imagine someone, because people use the friends list, right? That's how they know which barcode is which and keep track. They actually have a pen and paper one where it's like Oracle player, and it's like got like devil horns or something on it. Mech player, like stuff like that.
Well,
anywho,
ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into game number 1. Spawning here in the bottom left. He's yellow, he's Zerg, and he's on the path to redemption. It's game time.
In the top right with that passion, it's the Red Terran, Awers.
Yeah. For those who are wondering why it's 7 a.m., he is, of course, coming from Ukraine, hopping across servers to play in this qualifier. And he's had a really good run of it so far, making it here to the top 3. And let's not forget, we really need like racial choices here when it comes. We've actually been given quite a bit of freedom. If you guys don't know, the 6 players who have qualified through so far have been 2 Zergs, 2 Terran, 2 Protoss. Like that's awesome. Whoever here today will definitely affect like whether like if a Terran qualifies, we probably don't want to invite a Terran player. If a Zerg player qualifies, we don't want to invite a Zerg player. We don't want to make the brackets too one-sided. But with groups and such, I think it'll be really fun either way. I'm really excited to see though at this point. Game Time, Awers, and Masa are all totally contenders for this qualifier spot.
Yeah. Pretty exciting to see the old standard NA player, Amasa, the new upcomer Game Time, and then the wild card European mech player. Third potential. Nice mix of storylines there.
Yeah. By the way, thank you to the Proud alum. I almost messed that up again. The Proud Day alum.
Proud UD alum.
Throws in 100 bits to say, hello all, have a great night. So I don't know if that was like a hit and run or what, but thank you very much one way or the other. I hope you also have a great night.
Yep.
But I like this too.
Spread the love.
Before I get out of chat, the statement that Game Time is really fun to watch. I will agree with that, actually. The ZVZ moves earlier today that made his opponent rage quit, I thought were really cool. And then he's just had good tactics all around and really good macro, too. Because I think that's a big part of why he was able to, I guess, shut H-Jacks down. Like, he had so many units. The supply in the army was disgusting. It's been great watching him play so far today. But I do like mech, and I do like watching Awers too. So another equally fun player to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup. I think that Game Time might have the more solid play, as mech does have its weaknesses. But we shall see. Some players are not very good against mech. I'm one of them. And they do some really weird responses, and he should know that it is mech.
I know you don't play. I know you don't like playing mech in terms of just like generally speaking, but do you ever like off race and end up playing against them or what? Like you like off race a Zerg and then you find a mech player and that makes you tilted.
Wait, I don't like TV team mech, but you're asking if I mind Zerg versus mech and stuff like that?
I don't know how if you play other races. I'm wondering if you have, and if so,
okay.
You play against mech.
Yeah. I mean, I play other races, right? Like I played other races against you.
Well,
I got Protoss 3 times.
Protoss against me is what you did, yeah.
No, I randomed, okay? Every time I've random that Carbot mod, I've gotten Protoss so far. Bullshit. Anyways, no, I do. I mean, to be honest, I actually think Zerg versus mech is a little bit easier. Don't ask me why. I feel like it is. And then Protoss versus mech is obviously the easiest, just because mech works the least against Protoss, but TvT mech is the worst. And I still know that there are some Protoss players, as well equipped as Protoss is against mech players, that just don't do well against it. they get Widowmine dropped once, and then they're confused, and then Hellions run in there like, what are these units? And then they don't do anything right. Speaking of which, kind of cool use of the Widowmines.
Yep, and I'm terrible, so I missed it. Thank you.
Yep. A donation from Montyun for $7.
He's filling up his health, dude. He doesn't want anyone to kill him. Monty wants that t-shirt from the end of stream today.
Hey. I guess I do owe someone 2 more shots, so I'll finish this bottle off after the game.
Cool, cool. Yeah, of course, that reminder that not this series, but the next best of 3 will open the raffle, so you can get a shirt with the Partoufs. If you don't know how Partoufs work, if you've been watching the channel for even 5 minutes, then you've got some Partoufs in your pocket. If you've been winning bank heists, if you've been successfully betting on players correctly, and you've probably got a lot of Partoufs in your pocket. And this is a good way to cash them in for some real physical prizes, like, for example, a t-shirt.
This is some cool stuff. I like the use of the Widowmines.
I'm so with this, right? I feel like it's kind of dangerous to actually have them out like this because like 5 or 6 lings roaming the map could actually pick them off. But at the same time, he is getting overloads for free, so you can't complain.
Yeah. Even then, I think they'd have to have more upgrades to kill a Widowmine. There has been some scouting, so the 2-base lair is known. I don't think it's all the Spire, but there's really only a couple of things it leads to. So he is getting missile turrets, getting a Thor from the factory that now has a tech lab, and game time starting off with the Mutas. We'll get that map control, maybe do some damage, and then he's going to transfer right on over to the Roaches. This is what we saw No Regret do, but No Regret also opened up with stuff that did not work out for him, like early pulls that didn't work.
This is going to be interesting, though. The Thor may or may not be out in time, but, like, there's actually turrets covering production. He's got Ravens and, of course, those Widowmines. Oh, those Widowmines. This is a very classic spot for the Mutas to come in and harass from, too.
Like the Widowmines once again. Now, the Mutas, they're not planning on living forever. So they eventually get taken out. Well, they eventually get taken out. Probably not going to rededicate into them. But they definitely don't want to just give them away in the first minute and then let them do whatever they want. Ours is not going to be ready to push for some time, and that's not the concern. But it is, you're supposed to grab a couple of Hellions, maybe grab a Raven, grab maybe, I think like 10 SCVs over the lifespan of the Mutas is not unreasonable at all. Like, things like that really start to add up.
Yeah, I mean,
and of course, make you feel safe.
It's real. I would actually say it's especially important to note that like they don't really have to get all of the damage done now. Like 10 SCVs right now versus 20 SCVs later, like it's worth it as long as those Mutas don't die for nothing is what it comes down to. But it's going to be really difficult. You got Thors out now, of course, missile turrets all over the place, sneaky Widowmines, and hell auto turrets. Game time, as long as I really like that he did not commit to this. That this was I guess like an opening, but not his game plan.
Is game time?
No, I said game plan. I said
it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you're right. Double upgrades for game time. He really is just maxing on Roaches, and as I said, No Regret did this. It wasn't as smooth. There was the early pull that didn't work out into some late third, not a lot of drones. Well, game time has been on 60 drones for quite a while. Very stable income, even spiking a little bit as Awers had to transfer over his third base. And he is maxing out on Roaches. He's still going to be careful not to just give these away. If they can live and buy time for him to get a fourth and a bank, he can transition. But if he sees an opportunity, and Game Time has been a very aggressive Zerg player, then he's going to go for it. And that's what he's doing. There's no tanks, only Hellbats and Thors.
But there's going to be a lot of auto turrets. Remember, you didn't have to burn these against the Mutas earlier. The Thors shoot the Mutas out of the sky, so not a problem there. But the SCVs preparing aren't going to be enough. The whole position doesn't help at all, and the Thors are just getting focused down. Ours is losing everything.
Now, this looks like it's going to be game over. No tanks really hurts, There was even a bit of a choke that they would have been so good on, but instead going for the Thors first, overcommitted to them too fast.
GG. This was a cool bait and switch, though. I really want to go into this a bit before we hop in the next game, where game time, by going for these Mutas early, and the fact that like, this may not have been the case if he didn't already fight a player like No Regret who heavily committed to Mutas, but by going for Mutas in the opener, that puts any Terran player playing mech immediately on Paranoia Street. Because you're like, I don't have anti-air. There's no anti-air with my build. Like, I have to go for Thors. You overmake the Thors, and then, well, that happens, frankly. So, what he was doing would have been phenomenal if game time was playing like No Regret. It wasn't, though. So, We'll see if he adjusts accordingly or maybe gets caught off guard again. Either way, I give big credit to Game Time, though. That fake out may not have been intended to go that deep into the strategy, but it did.
I feel like it was a true fake out because ours had played No Regret in this tournament at 4 in the morning. So it's probably the freshest thing on his mind when it came to versus Zerg. All right. Well, Gamer 2 is going to be an Abyssal Reef, their old map.
And, of course, this will maybe determine who goes on to that finals, as Masa has probably been very diligently waiting this whole time.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even sure he's laddering. He might just be taking a break.
I did message him earlier saying, like, if he wanted to do other stuff, I could Skype him, but or DM him or something, but he didn't reply, so I don't know what his plans are.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder. I only know a couple of pro gamers warm-up practices. Like, Scarlett says that it's better not to play before she plays in a tournament, which I couldn't do.
But I can't imagine that's a good plan ever.
Well, it apparently works out for her, right? Like, she still took on Neeb 4-3 at 2 in the morning.
I guess.
But go ahead.
Well, you see, some logic to that might be like you get tilted if you play the wrong games beforehand. So like it could be counterintuitive to practice.
Yeah, I don't know what her reasoning is, but I was gonna say, like, if it's midnight, which it is for Masa, and you've already been playing a good full day of StarCraft 2, taking a break in the tournament might be a much better option.
That's true.
I don't know.
Well, do you want to grab your shots while I play your intros?
Oh, I guess so. I mean, I have it.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Skype didn't.
It's right here.
Here you go, Zombie. Here's some Skype action. Put you in the corner. Put baby in the corner. All right, spawning in the bottom right. It is the yellow Zerg player. He's up 1-0. Game time. Man, I really want to see Game Time versus Showtime. It's Showtime, baby. It's game time, baby. His opponent in the top left, of course, the Ukrainian Terran, the Red Awers, also known as Hades.
I'm done. I'm done.
That's it. Get rid of the camera. Axe it.
That's it for the drinking. Done.
Okay. Tonight didn't get super wicked drunk stream, but I'm glad we actually had a drink or two. Apparently, I'm a bit of a grumpier drunk than normal, so my apologies for that outburst earlier, guys. But this is really frustrating reading what I read, so I'm all good now. Move past it. Happy faces. Cast some StarCraft and find out who's going to qualify for the North by Northeast Gameland Invitational. I think that one of the coolest things about this, though, really is, we're all getting trips to Toronto. It's like Oprah. You get a trip, and you get a trip, and you get a trip, and all these guys are going to get paid to fly out there, especially their hotels covered, too, which is awesome. So It's really just a time commitment. Show up, play, maybe win some money, maybe not, but either way, have a good time, because Toronto's a really, really nice city.
Yeah. Not quite New York, but they like to think they are.
You're right. It's so much better.
I don't actually. I don't have a dog in this fight, or wherever the saying goes.
This is like that neutral YouTube thing for Futurama, right? Where it's like, I have no strong opinion either way.
Yeah, really. Like, I like Manhattan and Brooklyn and even Queens. Well, I don't really like Brooklyn that much. I like Manhattan and Queens, like, a lot. And then I also like Toronto a lot from the times that I've been there, so...
Queens
we
are
both
great,
have their
except
weaknesses
when
and
they
strengths.
put on too much makeup.
Are Queens known for putting on too much makeup?
I'm talking about Men in Drag here.
Really?
Well, you could have been confused and expected me to be talking about Queen Elizabeth, for example.
That's what I was. Anyways, I mean, I would love to take a couple of like makeup tips.
I'm not gonna drunk. Oh, on the hot scale, I'm a 10, baby.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Winky. Oh man, $10 come from 1T1188 for being awesome. I raise my glass of whiskey to y'all. And that actually kills Monty-Yoon, making him the bit boss. So right now, 1T118, dude, I'm just gonna call you 1T. I can't keep saying the numbers every single time. But he's the new bit boss and currently the contender to win a shirt by the end of stream.
Cool deal. Cool.
Do you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine still by chance?
Nah, but thank you for reminding me. I'll probably put that on my tablet to watch.
This seasons are pretty good, but the last episode, they do this like almost Family Guy-esque thing where he says cool too much. Like I said, that He's like, cool. It just does it for like a minute straight. I'm like, no, let it end. I was hoping that's what you were referencing, but apparently you just thought it was really cool.
Well, I think that kind of joke where you just repeat the same awkward transition word over and over is like something that's very old. Like, cool. Yeah, totally. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. Then you gotta say it in a different way, you know? Cool beans.
Beans.
Steve-O.
Cool beans. Banshee about to hit the base. The Reaper really didn't get much done, but it did get a couple of kills, which was nice. Would have been nice to soften up some of these drones too, but not enough grenades for that. Cloak is, of course, finished, so this is going to be a little annoying to clean up. Actually, he's going to go for the Queen. That's an interesting choice. So just chase those drones. Freebies. There's no spores. There's no Overseer.
Flavors. Well, Game Time is attacking, or getting ready to attack, so while they look like freebies, and they are, the Banshee's not being dealt with, a single Spore Crawler in the main base,
well,
there's an attack ready to go.
I was going to say, that being said, it's only Hellbats at home to defend, so it's not like this is a whole hell of a lot better for ours. He could probably kill, like, all the drones and still might lose this fight, is the scary thing.
But he'd never lose the Banshees.
That's true.
I feel like ours gets better trades up for this.
I'm going to agree with that too, but Game Time's looking to do some serious damage. He shuts down the natural. Ling's got that surround. I like that he's not sending them in silly on the front lines to die to the Hellbats. So try and take this out of the equation first if he can. Forces the lift off. Now the Lings get in here. Oh, these Hellbats are roasting the Roaches. They're roasting the Ravagers. Corrosive Balls aren't hitting the mark, and GG gets called.
Well, it's been a while since we've seen Banshees be so effective.
Agreed. But ours will tie things up, and he won't go down without a fight. We'll see if Game Time can survive a little bit longer. More cheers coming out of 1T. Thank you very much, man. We're going to go commercial break. We'll see you guys here in 2 minutes for game number 3 to see who moves on to fight against Masa in that final best of 3 tonight. Although apparently, Ninja Suck wants to tell 1T to shove it and murderizes him. Becomes the new bit boss. So thank you very much. But yo, guys, quick reminder, if you are going to be cheering with bits, and we love that you guys do, I'm never going to complain about how you choose to cheer with your bits. We do have our custom cheer motes. And if you're going to deal damage to the boss, consider using some weapons. Equip yourself. We'll see you soon. Ookily dokily, we're getting back into game, and it's map number 3. Of course, again, that reminder that this is the loser's bracket, and when you're out, you're out. There's no more extra lives to fall back on, and this could be it for either players. Things are now tied up 1-1 in the top left. This is the yellow Zerg player. Welcome to Game Time.
In the bottom right, as the red Terran, he is ours.
So, of course, this will be really interesting to see. I mean, ours, a.k.a. Hades, is not a player we've really seen much or a lot of, if we're going to be honest. So we cast a lot of European stuff. So for him, coming to this tournament is kind of like an explosion out of nowhere. And to see Mech doing so well, like, one small part of this is definitely the patch changes. Thor's against some of the Lings and Broodlords that we saw earlier were laughable. But other than that, like, this just feels like a guy that's been hiding, like a diamond in the rough type thing. I don't know what the deal is, but he's doing pretty freaking well. And if he has to rematch Masa, maybe that's not such a great chance for him, but I love that he's still fighting it out because he wants that chance to qualify. He wants to come to Canada. He wants to party for some tournaments.
Yeah, both of these guys knocked out by Masa. It's going to be tough going up against him when he has 2 best of 3s to fall back on and is such a solid player. He is like one of the most consistent players I think I've ever really gotten to see. Like, even Innovation seems to have dips every now and then. Masa's only dip has been recently, the WCS Austin and the WCS Challenger. But otherwise, every time he would bother to pop up in a tournament, it's like, yeah, I guess he wins it. Okay, gotcha. I had no idea how he was the last 3 months, but apparently he's still really good.
I think actually that's a funny way to put it because Masa's consistency is like he's still, that doesn't mean he's like always winning all the time. But like he would win and lose, and he would trade out with the same people. Especially like there's always Neeb or Scarlet. Like there's not a lot of variety there, right? We didn't really see Game Time climb the ranks until recently, and several others. I don't know what their match history is with him, but we'll see how. Again, I'm really hoping it's Game Time Masa for that grand finals. But ours has certainly, I think, earned his spot today as far as he's gotten. If he gets that spot in the finals,
Marauders!
like
It should shoot up. That's all I'm saying.
If he wins that spot in the finals, he'll have absolutely deserved it and created probably one of the coolest storylines going to this tournament, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, today has been a very good day for him. Being up since like 2 a.m. Europe time. It's pretty crazy, but Europe time.
Europa.
Anyways.
1T, by the way, thank you for cutting out the 118 so I don't have to say that again. I appreciate it. 20 big ones, though, come in to slam the bit boss and murderize, pulverize, and kill. They say, I shan't be silenced yet. Man, I'm sure this is getting annoying. Not at all, man. I love the bit boss battles. I think it's like the super funnest thing. My ideal stream actually has people for like an hour just trading out, not like big bits, but like 100 bits, just killing each other over and over and over and over again. Like, that for me is a lot of fun. And it's like a side game that goes on while we're casting that you could be interacting with, which is awesome.
I mean, if someone thought it was annoying to throw money at me,
What Zombie
bullying
Grub's
wouldn't be
saying,
nearly as bad.
and he's I was gonna make a
Just saying.
stripper joke, but that got like way too real.
Oh. Huh. Gonna dance around a pole for us, Riskin?
You know what? I said it before. I say it again. I know my way around the pole.
We need to. Oh my god! You know how we always think of like we want to do stuff since whenever we're together in the same city, attending a convention or whatever.
Pole dancing classes?
I was gonna say like we should really start doing really weird shit and like video it. And pole dancing classes sounds like something we gotta do because I've always been interested in pole dancing.
Did you know that the pole isn't actually attached to the ground, but it's attached to a cylinder that is attached to the ground, and that's why it spins?
I did. But people in Twitch chat might not have.
Yo, when are you coming to Vancouver next, man? We can make this a business right off the pole dancing
I mean,
classes.
we're in Toronto. I'm just saying, we have some nice ladies that can.
Oh, we know
teach
some
us.
women who could recommend. Oh, I think what was her name? It was Beatrice Sasha or something like that.
The name of
Bernice
all of them?
Sasha. Why is
I
the,
mean,
why's
all
the-
I remember is Sasha.
Yeah, why is there the B in front of her name? I can't remember though.
I don't know. I really
Blonde
like.
Sasha, right? No, she had dark hair.
Oh, there's no blonde Sasha.
Oh.
What are you crazy pills are you on? I don't know, but I like your stripper.
Black
I don't remember her name,
Sasha.
though.
That was her name. That's right.
Shut up. This attack's really weird. That did not work out nearly as well as ours was hoping for. There's a certain beautiful combination when it comes to Cyclones and Hellions, but they just go all got overrun by Lings anyway.
You know what? My pole dancing song would definitely be Katy Perry Firework. I'm already planning this out in my head.
Ew, that's a terrible song. Oh,
Because I
I
would do
hate
that
you
thing
so
where I'm
much
like-
now.
I'm like one leg. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. I'd be like that thing where you got like one leg and one arm on the pole, and the other side is like extended outward, like Titanic style, where you're spinning in circles. Baby, you're a
That's so gross to me.
firework.
Oh, I hate that song. Oh,
Go and
judging.
show 'em what you were.
Judging. Oh god. I would
But-
love to pole dance more. That really works out your abs.
Yo, holy fucking guacamole. Montyune just locked it down with $100. What the fuck? No message. $100. Montyune, big boss of the day. Because he was here this morning and he made sure Innovation and Gumiho got paid too. And then Alum throws in 200 bits. The proud alum, proud UD alum, trying to do some damage. But it is not but a scratch on the armor that is Montyune's.
Montians. Montians.
Yeah, I guess I've called him Montyune, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly this whole time. Montyun. Let me know how to say your name, brother. I feel like such an asshole now, really. Like, we've been giving you nothing but love, and I've been saying it wrong. Like, I appreciate everything, but my name's actually Bill. Like, you keep calling me George, and it's a little bit awkward.
That's my first name base.
I forgot ours does this, but of course the sneaky double Widow Mines are nice. However, Thor almost gets caught. That base armor, though. Actually is the difference of this Thor having like 38 health versus like 238 health.
Good Good buff, good buff. All right, so things are a little hectic in the beginning. Game Time successfully deflected a push of ours, but then his own push didn't do so well, and it's gone to 3 bases versus 3. Game Time skipping a regular third for the 4th.
Dom's tweet. Yes. Yes, exactly that. But to Katy Perry.
What?
The HWs in chat are appropriate. Sorry, let me get back to the game. I got totally blown up by this conversation and Matthew and Bob. Attempted Hellion Revives, not quite cutting it. Muta's actually do a great job shutting this down. But I do want to point out, like, Game Time, I really love that he took this gold early. One of the things I didn't consider, but we saw this actually in full effect when No Regret did this earlier, was by mining this out really early, it being a 1-gas base, this is not a priority base to protect. Getting rid of this base as soon as possible, for your own sake, is probably the best.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool idea. Along similar lines, like taking your opponent's base and trying to mine that out before they notice, but...
Now,
yeah.
this is not a planetary, and this attack's going to be a little tough to stop. There's a lot of Ravagers with it, too, and if anything comes on that ramp like tanks, they're going to be out of position. But the Mutas are dying to turrets. That feels bad, man.
It does. Well, ours doesn't have a lot of army to spread around. He is using these chokes to great effect, and Game Time's having some difficulty getting around, taking a lot of shots. That's actually a lot of tanks, and they're kind of like even walled in with the Thors. I don't know if Game Time wants to take this fight. Okay, alright. Some link follow-ups could really do wonders, too. Yeah, this is still gonna work. And if this works, this might just be game over for ours.
Yeah, I think the tanks getting broken might just be the final blow. The third the third base hasn't landed again yet. And while maybe he holds onto this wall, the problem with economy is really gonna start shining through. No gases from this base it's harsh. No minerals is critical.
Well, there's the lift off again. And Game Time is already on the way to Hive, so he's gonna have Vipers available if things can get risky about a counterattack. It's 1-1 versus 2, almost 1, so ours will have upgrades. But Game Time already on his way to Broodlords. He's got Corruptors already being made. They're pretty fast. They probably shouldn't be made yet, but they're happening.
Well, it's funny because that might not be the greatest way to go about this. Once again, ours has invested really heavily into Thors. And we actually saw how good Thors were against them before, especially, again, that armor upgrade. People were wondering whether that +1 armor would matter, and it clearly did.
Yeah. We get to see, it's quite a treat seeing a mech player consistently throughout an entire tournament so that we can really get somewhat of an accurate judgment of what the Thor buff does. Because as good as it looks when you actually bother to play mech, plenty of people will still not bother to play mech. Like the difference of a Thor being a little more lively versus just instantly dying is not quite enough to make up for mech's various other faults.
Actually, you know, this is kind of a bit of a random moment, but Jockshi used to play a really cool ground mech style, and that was back when he was trying to make Thor's work en masse. I would love to see what he does with the new patch of the game.
I would love to see any mech player. You know, Gumio is throwing it out occasionally.
Oh my god. No, you know what's going to happen? Supernova's going to come back from the military.
He's
gonna see these extra armored Thors, and he'll just be like, "Oh, it's like they knew I was coming home. Did they do this for me? Just for me?"
I really wonder if that guy's able to, like, he has to have played.
He chooses to stream on his vacations. He's actually streaming. I
know, and it's insane, but I say that because he's already in Masters and like a decent level Masters when he starts streaming on vacation. So I feel like somehow, some way, he's allowed to play like a couple of games, like on a weekend or something, so that he actually isn't like so far out of the meta, like months of a gap at a time.
So he's
I can't wait till that guy comes back. I think he has like what, 6 more months, maybe less. 4 more months?
I hope Root takes him back too. Like that's a guy I want to see do well. Him and Hero would be such sick partners.
MMA is almost out of service too. Like that's literally a month or 2. I think.
My heart's been broken every day that MMA hasn't been playing StarCraft.
No, well, this Thor was going on a ride. Like, I'm just gonna see what's out here. It's a nice, beautiful beach. And it died.
Well, ours does have an army supply, so as much as I want to discount him for the way this game has gone so far, he's in a position where he can fight. I think the problem is, though, it's just not going to look very good. He's producing 7 Widow Mines at a time, which almost looks trolly and hilarious, but that is with the drilling clause. His intention here is to march these things underneath one of these units, whether it's a lot of the Corruptors or under the Brood Lords, and just use them like the giant RPG that they're meant to be. Widow Mines en masse can be devastating to Zerg players, even like whether you're low level, high level, the splash damage can sometimes just be so unexpected you don't know how to account for it. But this army is so off on its own, and if game time swings left, it's going to die.
And the Brood Lords take care of a bunch of buildings. Hellbats in the main base, getting a lot of drones. He donates 100 bits once again. Loses the gold base that was already mined out, but has a bottom left base that I don't think ours knows about. Why is that saying drilling clause? Yeah, that is interesting. It does finish.
And it's what allows him to get into the Brood Lords, but he doesn't focus
it's not
fire and
working.
waste. I mean, if you focus fire them, it's actually amazing, but yeah, he's wasting the shots auto. But, you know, the thing is, this attack on the left was doing a lot of damage to clean up the bases. The Blue Flame Hellbats at the main wrecked Game Time's main base. I mean, he doesn't have a bank to fall back on. Game Time,
No,
that
he
is.
does not. Surprising, I didn't think Game Time's gonna go down to ours. It's not over yet. The Brood Lords are finally coming in here to clean things up, but Game Time down to 38 drones on what is still 2 healthy mining bases is not that bad. But he really didn't push ours base. Like, he pushed a couple of supply depots at the front and then had to leave.
Oh, he's got the greatest attack that lined up. Double hit squad.
No one expects the late Queen Cavalry.
The Spanish Inquisition attack.
Ah!
Oh, transfuse!
Use!
Before you transfuse!
Transfuse it! Transfuse it! He's not even paying attention.
Feels bad. Good night, ladies. You're wearing too much makeup anyways.
What?
It's called a throwback. A callback, actually. Shit.
I know. I was like, is it a throwback? I don't know about that.
All right. Well, the Widow Mines get cleaned up pretty quickly, but they are cheap, very, very expendable units, and be able to produce up to 7 of them at a time is not too shabby. But a lot of them are wasting shots on broodlings. 2 Hellions, a blue flame make it to the base. There's no defense, no spines. What few drones are left are going to fry. So Game Time has to do something with this push. Pulling back is not an option. He's too slow to make it happen.
He can't win with this army.
No, actually, he can't. Oh my God, the Vikings.
No.
That's it.
Wow.
Ours is going to
Game
knock Game Time out of the losers bracket.
GG.
This Ukrainian mech player. Like, what?
I did not expect that.
What's blowing me away through this, though, is I really feel, and I don't mean this in any way to be disrespectful, I just don't feel like these Zerg players who are watching today know what they're doing versus mech. And it's not to say, like, they're clueless idiots, but they're just clearly haven't played the 40 games against all the mech players in Europe, getting mad and throwing the keyboards into the wall until they finally learn that, oh, the Swarm House button wasn't knocked off, so I'll just make that, and oh, it worked. That is, in my mind, how they came to the conclusion to use Swarm House anyways.
You're probably right.
Nah, but Game Time is a really good player. Also, I can't see my PayPal, my Twitch alerts while we're streaming, but someone threw $10 my way, and I'd like to thank Andrew. I won't say your last name, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Quick shout-outs for subs as we get caught up in moving into the final matchup of the day, a rematch where Masa has 2 best-of-3s in his pocket. Ours has to win 2 best-of-3s in this TvT to win the qualifying spot. Masa only has to win 1, so he's got a huge advantage having won the winner's bracket. But thank you to Exciser Wish for the 2-year resub. Says Prime, keep me sub. Thank you very much. Lumberjack as well for 5 months. I don't know if we got that, but I think we're good. If we missed anyone else, let us know. We love you guys, and we'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go set. Oh, by the way, before we go to commercial break, I'm gonna go set up the raffle. So again, Monty Yoon is gonna win the T-shirt. I do not think anyone's gonna kill him before the end of stream. So we're probably just gonna assume it's Monty Yoon. Then we're gonna whoever wants to win through the Partouf raffle. That's just a matter of luck. 1 ticket, 5,000 tickets, whatever your flavor. I wish you the best of luck. We want to give out 2 T-shirts before the stream's done today. See you guys soon.